Hi guys, Office Bloke Dave here.
And I am Swollen Eye Ash.
She didn't want to record tonight, so and now we're recording. So sometimes you just got to show you who the boss is really in the relationship.
So it's not that for anyone who's concerned. I'd knock him out first.
No, it'd be a pretty fair fight between me and you.
I think it would be.
I'd obviously win because I'm bigger, stronger, and much harder. But I'd let you have a chance, and it'd be a pretty epic battle. As far as domestic abuse goes, it'd be pretty.
Just make light of that. But yes, I don't know. I woke up this morning going to work, and it was like this. It was a little bit sore yesterday, and went to bed and woke up with this. So hooray!
Stress.
Yeah.
So we reacted to Oliver Anthony, Richmond, North of Richmond.
Yes.
Which I absolutely love the song.
I do.
Since I have been listening to Oliver Anthony quite a bit, but a lot of his recordings have been recorded on his phone. Even the Spotify ones that have got millions of listens, and it's like it's quite bad audio, which I think adds to it a little bit.
Yeah,
but you get like a doom doom noise at the end of a load of them.
Oh.
You know, where he's like pressed something on a computer or like when he's been exporting it.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Because I spoke to someone who said he's obviously an industry plant, and I was like, if he was an industry plant, he'd have had an album waiting that's well produced with features on it, like Jelly Roll would be on it or someone. Yeah. And it'd be ready to go. But go on his Spotify and it's just like I say, it's just recorded on his Samsung phone and then just put out there. It's cool, isn't it?
It's very genuine of him. I like this guy so much. Like, his voice is amazing. He's a good guitarist as well, and I just like how genuine and honest and down to earth he is.
I mean, you're never going to be able to ride that wave of that initial success. You know, like everyone was like, this guy's amazing, and now loads of people have gone, they're finding reasons not to like him. And, you know, you do you. Whatever.
Yeah, you do you.
But he's done 2 podcasts. He did Rogan and he did Jordan Peterson, who's the clinical psychologist guy. Yeah. And on both podcasts he said, I've been a fan of both of you for a long time. I'm going to do these 2 podcasts and then I'm out. He said, I've got no interest in doing podcasts all the time. Yeah. I feel like I can get my message across and say what I've got to say. And I'm out after that.
Because the more you talk, the more you open yourself up for like opinions and things like that. It's better to just say one thing and then go, that's what I mean, that's what I'm standing by, end of story, isn't it?
Yeah. I feel like he's got his head screwed on a lot.
Yeah,
and he's,
I think so.
I think he's got 2 kids and another on the way, or the other one may have been born any day now. Yeah. And he just seems like he's got his head screwed on. I really like him.
He's just a nice guy, isn't it?
Yeah. So this recording, I've not listened to it, incidentally. I just know it's from the same recording as Richmond, North of Richmond.
Oh, okay.
So this YouTube channel or radio channel or whatever it was went and recorded him for a couple of tracks. So it's going to be well produced like Richmond, North of Richmond was.
Sick.
Yeah. So we're going to get into it. It is Oliver Anthony, Rich Man's Gold.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do you think his missus does the filming?
No, this is actually people got in touch with him before he was famous, and same with Richmond, North of Richmond. They came down and just filmed a couple of tracks with him, and then that's where, because Richmond, North of Richmond isn't on his channel; it's on someone else's channel, isn't it? I
didn't notice. You line all these up, don't you? So
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Weren't born just pay bills and die. You weren't born just pay bills and die. All you need is a dog, a shag, a crick in the back, and a good woman. Oh Lord, you don't need that rich man's gold. Granddaddy grew up on dirt floors. The whole county was dirt poor. Mama died when he was 4. What a damn shame. screwed the back of hand-raised hogs, 7 youngins and some old dogs. I reckon they was living high on the hog way back in their day. You say you weren't born to just pay bills and die. You weren't born to just pay bills and die. All you need is a dog, a shack, a crick in the back, and a good woman. Oh Lord, you don't need that rich man's gold.
These
Jeez. Do you know what? It's so funny, that entire song is pretty much exactly how you've always talked. It's just like the basic needs, and it's not about having loads of money. It's actually a conversation we had this evening, because I'm
it isn't.
let's just say I'm having some issues, which is why the stress. But yeah, and it's like when he's saying like all you need is some dogs, a shack, you know, a good woman. And that a crick in the back, which we all relate to in our age, like
yeah.
Getting out of bed. It's like, if I should glow the amount that I snap and crackle.
The therapeutic benefits of a bit of running water near you.
Yeah.
You know, and just I don't have it here, but I've got lakes near the house, and I've got a nature reserve and things like that. So there's lots of water around me, and the canal.
Yeah.
But there's just something I've always found it. I just, whenever I've been stressed, go and sit near water, and it helps. Yeah,
it's the same as like obviously my granddad was obsessed with ponds and fish, and him and I built one in my mum's garden together, and it was like our little project. And then as a kid, I used to just lie there being dead proud that we dug these holes and built this pond, and like you're saying, like the little filter, like obviously bubbling away,
yeah, and
these koi just swimming about. It was just, I used to lie on the grass next to it and just chill out.
Yeah,
it is just something really soothing about open water.
Well, like you just alluded to, though, we literally have this conversation a lot about money and things like that, and it's like great to have, as long as you can cover your bills and you can live a certain lifestyle. It's amazing. But like, how much life you sacrifice for how much money, and how many years are you willing to trade for that pay rise and things like that. And it's an interesting debate. And oh shit,
oh jeez Louise,
it's interesting. I've got a guitar cable plugged in. That's what that was. Yeah, it's an interesting debate, because
everyone chases the rat race and chases the dream of having loads of money and, you know, being able to buy and do whatever you want, but it comes with a great deal of stress. It's why heart attacks and strokes are so high in businessmen and women. I get it.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't have a life, and unfortunately, like, especially I know between my brother and I, especially coming from like smaller upbringings and obviously having less, we've chased it, and you see how angry and, you know, wound up my brother is a lot of the time, because he's just always working. And then you've seen me recently, it's just I'm being run into the ground, and it's like, was this worth it? Should I just go back to just the basics and enjoy the reason I got into this industry?
Well, like when I first started doing reactions on here, I was doing 3 a day with the Office Blokes. I was working a full-time job. Started doing everything. 3 a day on my own channel, editing all my own stuff. You know, single parent, like bringing up kids as well and all that sort of stuff. Not single, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I almost popped, genuinely almost popped, and it's only recently that things have changed, and I'm not working as much, and I've managed to simplify things to a degree that I feel so much healthier and I feel so much better.
I know.
And I know it's a luxury. It's not because I've got loads of money that I've done that, because I'm skint though.
Well,
no, it's just the way it is. But
that's a discussion you and I had. But everyone, like my dad and I have had this discussion, is everybody lives to their means.
Yeah.
And if you are earning more, you will pay more out. It's like, I had this conversation with my dad. It's like, I remember when I was earning not even a third of what I'm earning now, and I had a great life, and I always had money to, like, I'd scrimp, but I could still go out, have a couple of beers with my mates, could still save up just enough to go on like a small, excursion out or go camping. Whereas now it just feels like I'm always skint. I know obviously the culture and the situation, the circumstances, it's changed a lot. Like, I think this is worse than the last recession, and they're not even calling it a recession. I think they called it like a silent. I
don't know what
recession, it is, but it's not great.
I will say, like Oliver Anthony's got, I think he's got something like 60 acres in Virginia, and like he's got a house on there and stuff. The problem is, I don't know what it's like in the States, but I know what it's like in the UK. If you wanted to buy 60 acres and a house on it, you're talking in the millions. You're probably talking like 2 million quid where I live. It's
because land is hard to come by. It's the same as like I understood that like back home, housing was cheaper because land was available.
Yeah.
Whereas when you're in a country like England where so much is protected, which I'm glad for, I don't think we should be encroaching on national resources and our wildlife areas. Yeah. But it means that there's limited spaces. That's why I like, even when I moved over here, I was so surprised at how tightly packed all the houses are, because everyone's just fighting for land. So
I'm jealous of that life that he's living, but it's so unattainable in this country without chasing the money or without a lottery win or whatever, that it's like kind of stuck. I think we're in the wrong country to an extent. That sort of stuff.
Well, with my qualifications, I could move us to Australia. It's just I don't think we'd be able to take the kids. That's the only thing.
I'm not going anywhere without the kids.
I know.
So it's got to be somewhere without an extradition treaty. Anyway, cheers for that one, guys. I hope you enjoyed as well. And let us know in the comment section what you think. Is Oliver Anthony an industry shill? Is he a plan? Is he genuine? I think he's genuine. People know that.
Oh, complete change. I know it's supposed to be like ending the video and things, but I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's been popping up on Instagram. Have you seen Kanye West is making out that Cardi B was brought in by the Illuminati to replace Nicki Minaj?
Yes.
I know he's a bit... He's gone off the rails.
Nicki Minaj collab and do songs together all the time, but she's the replacement. Let's not get into trollops at the moment. Cheers for that one, guys. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.